It's much more illustrious than the design we are about to see. An aircraft still, as is obvious whenever it appears here, absolutely beloved in this country. Operators are now left in Europe, and we're going to be seeing one of them displaying part of a small fleet of these outstanding jets right away. Craft is the McDonnell Douglas built EAV-8B Matador II Plus, their version of the Harrier. Conventional takeoff there in 100% freefall flight accelerated. After the university, of course, Spain was the second export customer for the Harrier. It bought the old EAV-8A model, the first generation Harriers. They bought the EAV-8S for Spain, and they did the Matador. They were delivered from 1976, and this is the EAV-8B Plus model from 1996. Very familiar looking profile to that aircraft, but slightly different in terms of the nose area in comparison to our GR7, GR9. That's because of the different radar fit, isn't it? Well, in fact, yeah, our aircraft were never fitted with the radar, but this aircraft fitted with an APG-65 multimode radar, which gives it the ability When Spain first got the Harrier, it flew from the aircraft carrier Leonardo, and later the newly commissioned they don't have either of those carriers now, and since 2013, Spain flows the EAV-8B Plus models from the landing helicopter type ship on Cars the first, but they still give them extensive expeditionary capability, even with a relatively small fleet at their disposal. Operations aboard the Juan Carlos I, sailing from Istanbul to Helsinki and remaining on station for about 6 months. We're about in this display to start seeing the Harrier's essential capability come into its own, namely the thrust vectoring, which affords the V-stall, vertical and short takeoff and landing capability. What the pilot has at his disposal are 4 thrust vectoring nozzles on the aircraft, which can be orientated between 0 and 98 degrees. They're controlled manually by the pilot, who has a separate lever next to the main throttle. And the Harrier has also got smaller hot air driven controls on the nose, the tail and the wingtips for better control at low airspeed. Now all of this is a very manual operation, the Harrier. It's been largely, quote, de-risked by the engineers involved in the F-35 programme for the Stovall short takeoff vertical landing version that we'll be seeing later.
Yes, and in the landing moment within the F-35, there is very little input from the pilot in terms of direct control. The functions of the controls through the cockpit change in that environment.
Circa 90 knots at 300 feet. And of course, the configuration used on the Harrier a British invention to a very great degree. It was in fact a French engineer named Michel Guibaud who developed various concepts for high-performance vertical takeoff and landing aircraft with a Bristol engine and vectored thrust from blowers. That was taken on by Bristol Aero Engines under the leadership of Dr. Stanley Hooker. The rotating nostrils design was patented in 1957. From that came the P1127 technology demonstrated, which first flew in 1960, close couple. So full coaster layout, rotating nostrils from what was then the Bristol to later the Rolls-Royce system. That's the second method of the company's right response.
regular attractions, they don't always work as the next. They received the recap next to their transfers during the trip. Yeah, and they put a lot of effort into especially marketing that aircraft up. Nevertheless, it's still great to see them.
Absolutely right. And I think there are a few more visceral demonstrations of the power of jet engine in any configuration. You really see the power from the arms. So as the noise dies away, that was Lieutenant Commander Andres Medina Gonzalez del Canago of the Spanish Navy with the EAV-8B Matador II+. But now we're going to be seeing vertical flight demonstrated in a rather different fashion. And it's to the UK's frontline helicopter fleet that we turn for our next display. And we turn things over for the Chinook demonstration.
Different to the display you might have seen previously, and as such, we'll be showcasing the aircraft's operational abilities in an all-new 2024